What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be doing the Washington Commanders record prediction for 2025, and we'll hop right into week one. They'll be playing at home against the New York Giants. The Giants did improve their roster, but at the same time, I don't think the Commanders will struggle too much to get a win here because I don't think Russell Wilson is really going to move the needle a ton for the Giants. So I'm going to say the Commanders win this one and improve their record to 1-0. Alright, and heading to week two, the Commanders will be on the road taking on the Green Bay Packers on Thursday Night Football. And this one's definitely going to be a lot tougher than the Giants because the Packers are a Super Bowl contender in my opinion. And I actually think the Commanders are going to lose just because they're on the road coming off a division game. And the Packers are a good team, so I see the Commanders losing this one and dropping to 1-1. Alright, and heading to week three, the Commanders will be at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Raiders, they'll be better than they were last year, but it's kind of similar to the Giants, where I don't necessarily think they're going to be that good, even though they did improve the roster, which is fine, but I think the Commanders shouldn't have a problem beating the Raiders. I'm going to say they win this game and improve to 2-1. Alright, and heading to week four, the Commanders will be going on the road to take on the Atlanta Falcons. And I definitely think the Commanders should win this game. I trust Jayden Daniels more than I trust Michael Penix Jr., Plus, I also trust Dan Quinn more than I trust Raheem Morris. And sure, the Falcons probably have better skill players aside from quarterback, but I don't necessarily think that's going to do them any good in a game like this because Jayden Daniels is a good quarterback. So I'm going to say that the Commanders win this game and improve to 3-1. Alright, and heading to week five, the Commanders will be on the road taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. And this one, I think this is going to be a loss. I think the Chargers are a good team. It's on the road. And I do think Justin Herbert at this point in time is still better than Jayden Daniels. And plus, I know this might be controversial, but I honestly think the Chargers' skills players are better than the Commanders. Because I'm not a huge fan of Deebo Samuel. And the Terry McLaurin contract situation isn't great either. So I'm going to say the Chargers win this game and drop the Commanders down to 3-2. Alright, and heading to week six, the Commanders will be at home taking on the Chicago Bears. And last time these two teams played, oh boy, Bears fans aren't going to want to hear this, but there was that whole Hail Mary thing where Tyreek Stevenson of the Bears was celebrating before the ball was even dead, so that was a whole thing. So I think the Bears are going to really do what they can to try and win this game, but at the same time, the Commanders, in my opinion, are a significantly better team, and they're at home. So I think they'll easily win this game and improve to 4-2. Alright, and heading to week seven, the Commanders will be playing on the road against the Dallas Cowboys for the first time this season. And honestly, I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Last time these two teams played, pretty sure it was the last time they played. It was that game where there was I think there was 21 points in the last minute of the game or something crazy like that. So I'm looking forward to this game. And I actually think the Cowboys are going to win because I actually think the Cowboys are going to be pretty decent this year. And I think just being on the road in Dallas is not going to be favorable for the Commanders. So I'm going to say they lose this game and drop down to 4-3. Alright, and heading to week number 8, the Commanders will be on the road once again playing the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a Monday Night Football game. And in theory, this should be a good game, but the Kansas City Chiefs always seem to make the games boring and rigged. So, for that reason, I'm going to say that the Chiefs win this game. Not because the Commanders are bad. I honestly think their future is brighter than the Chiefs. But at the same time, it's the Chiefs. They always win bullshit games, and this is going to be an example of that as they beat the Commanders in some bullshit fashion like they always do. And the Commanders are going to lose and drop down to 4-4. All right, and heading to week 9, the Commanders will be at home taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And it looks like this is going to be a Sunday night football game, just looking at the time. And I think this could go either way, but I'm leaning more towards the Seahawks just because I just feel like the Seahawks are going to surprise some people this year, including the Commanders, as they win this game and drop the Commanders down to 4-5. All right, heading to week 10, the Commanders will be at home taking on the Detroit Lions. And boy, oh boy, you know the Lions are pissed off. The way they lost the season to the Commanders in the divisional round last year. Oh, they're definitely looking for some revenge, and I think they're going to get it and then some. Just because Dan Campbell, you know he's going to have his guys ready for a game, specifically this game. So, sorry Commanders, but I have you losing this game too, and I have you dropping down to 4-6. Alright, and heading to week 11, the Commanders will be, technically on the road against the Dolphins. I say technically because this game's going to be in Spain, so neither team is going to have a home field advantage. And this is extremely unfortunate for the Commanders, because the Dolphins have to be one of the best teams in the NFL when it comes to playing in the heat, and obviously Spain is extremely hot compared to the US. So I'm actually going to say the Dolphins win this game and extend the Commanders' losing streak down to 5 as they drop down to 4-7. Alright, and week 12 is the Commanders' bye week. They're sitting at 4-7. And they just have such a hard schedule. They're not even bad. They just have a tough schedule. And it's not going to get any easier in week 13 as they're at home against the Denver Broncos. And I could definitely see them winning this game. I mean, this is definitely one of those games where as a Broncos fan, I would be kind of sweating about because we always seem to lose games like this. But for the prediction's sake, I do think the Commanders will lose this game too, just because I will say this. I think Jayden Daniels is better than Bo Nix at this current point in time, but the Broncos roster is miles better than the Commanders. And I mean, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, I'd put them around the same. So I think it's just going to come down to the fact that the Broncos roster as a whole is better, especially their defense. So I'm going to say the Commanders lose a 6th straight game and go down to 4-8. All right, heading to week 14, the Commanders will be on the road taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And I know Commanders fans are probably sick of me right now because I've had them losing 6 in a row. But I'm going to say they win this game because the Vikings, I think they're a decent team, but they have a rookie, I would basically say J.J. McCarthy's a rookie quarterback, because technically he's a sophomore quarterback, but he did not play a single snap his rookie season, so, you have a quarterback who's never played, so I'm going to say the Commanders eke out a close one and win this game and improve to 5-8. All right, and heading to week 15, the Commanders will be playing the New York Giants on the road for the second time this season. And, I mean, it's a division game, so anything can happen, but I am going to give an edge to the Commanders because I still think they're a better team despite their disappointing record up to this point. So I'm going to have them win this game and improve to 6-8. All right, and heading to week 16, the Commanders will be playing at home against the Eagles for the first time this season, which the NFL has been doing that a lot lately, having them play two teams extremely close together at the end of the season because they play them in week 18, and the week 16 is the first time. I think that's kind of weird. But, I mean, this might surprise you guys, but I'm actually going to say the Commanders win this game too. I don't think they're a bad team, even though their record is poor. It's just because their schedule is so damn tough. I think that is why the record is bad, but I still think they're a really good team. So I'm going to say that they win this game and shock the Eagles and improve to 7-8. All right, heading to week 17, the Commanders will be playing on Christmas Day at home against the Cowboys for the second time this season. And they're really stacking these division games on the Commanders really late in the season. But I do think they're going to win this game. I really don't think they're going to get swept by the Cowboys, even though I do think the Cowboys will do better than them. I think they'll get revenge for losing to them in week 7 earlier and improve their record to 8-8. And ending the season with week 18, you have the Commanders taking on the Eagles. And obviously, considering what the Commanders' record is, I don't think they're going to be playing for a division title, but they might have to win this game to make the playoffs, and the Eagles might be fighting for a 1 seed. So I think this is going to be one of the best games of week 18, but I'm going to have to give a slight edge to the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and have the Commanders drop this game and have their final record be a disappointing 8-9. And yeah, 8-9 is the final record that I have for them. And a big question mark that I have for this team, besides the Terry McLaurin trade request, because I already talked about that, is their defense. I feel like their defense could seriously hold them back. Kind of like what the Bengals defense did to them last season, despite how great their offense was. Because I truly think Jayden Daniels, I mean, I don't like the term sophomore slump, but, you know, I feel like he's going to have a similar season to what CJ Stroud had last year, which was CJ Stroud's sophomore season. Like, not bad, but also not what his rookie season was. And it's not because he's a bad player, it's just because like I said, the Terry McLaurin thing, I don't love that. And also, I really don't think Deebo Samuel's that good anymore. So I think, those two things going against him. And also, their schedule is unbelievably difficult. And I think that's one thing they really didn't have to deal with last year just because of how much of a surprise they were. But they have expectations now. They have to prove that they're not just a fluke or a one-hit wonder or something. Or 1 year wonder, rather. But that's going to do it for this video. And I'll have a Dallas Cowboys video out by tomorrow. So if you're still watching, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.